EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Touchdown, Jaguars! T.J. Yeldon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crouch everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through it, it's nothing but room to run.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Love. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Let's go. Let's finish now. 46.
Prescott on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. They go play action here on 1st down. Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Hines. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let it roll, let it roll. Hey. You got three. 12. Gun.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number two. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out come the Jags. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one short.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
47. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play that time for Jacksonville. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike. Here we go, 47. 26.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go, 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Here we go, 48. Go, get out there. Done. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Sharks got it left side. A good pickup there at 22. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
10 more there and another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll throw again. Prescott forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game, second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Reggie.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Let her roll. 12.
We got three, fellas.
12.
On second down, here's Locke. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
675.
They're not ready for this.
Hey, easy.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
12.
Football.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Neville Hewitt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Off the play fake, Prescott going deep for Moncrief. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Rolling.
Play action. It's locked. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's third down.
Check three. 1, 6, 3. Hey, easy. 46.
From the gun, here's Love. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Gun. We're going 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
First down, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Over here. Right there.
Prescott yet again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On play action, Prescott. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Switch and A. Here we go, 46. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 480. 4 down. Hey, 47.
Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run again with Hines. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They are going for it. It's Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 32 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
3 down.
Now it's Hines. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. After the run, left on the throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
He's checking Grant. Checking Humphrey.
Here we go, 46. 46.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Check 4.
Gun. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Donnell Pumphrey. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Prescott. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to power through. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Prescott. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now a handoff to Yeldon. T.J. Yeldon. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They run with Hines. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Rolling to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Locke. Looking deep for Hilton, and it's caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They give him a gain of 38. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Looking to keep it on the sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And down he'll go at the 25. 17 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down.
Gun. Switch his leg.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Jaguars on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Gun.
Play action now. Prescott. Safarian Jenkins has it. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's a give to Yeldon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now T.J. Yeldon, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter